Hello and welcome back to the MMA Clutch, and in this video we are going to talk about Dustin Poirier and his antics and reaction towards his arrest video and what went after that. So this is going to be a very fun video. Let's hope you enjoy. So Dustin Poirier recently came out on an interview where he's explained how he felt about his situation, where he got arrested for his bad demeanor at an airport. He was pulled out of a flight. You know the whole situation by now. It's a meme. Everywhere you go, this picture is right there. So without wasting any time, just listen to this.
The desk agent might have saw I was intoxicated, and it's like, no, we can't get on this plane, and that's might have what started it. I don't know. But I do want to apologize to those desk agents, whoever they are, and the police for having to put up with me, man. They did it. I actually asked a lawyer in Atlanta who I've been working with, if he can, please give me that officer's information.
So, you know, right away, Dustin Poirier, being a G that he is, such a nice guy, he wanted to thank the person who arrested him, who took in charge of him, who were very friendly towards him. He said like they really didn't hurt him. They had all the cause to beat him up or do worse things to him, but they controlled their, they had composure, they controlled their anger and arrested Dustin Poirier peacefully. He said the situation could have been escalated and he feels apologized for his behavior. He feels bad, and this was a good view to show that he really is a nice guy. But some of the people online have taken this good. Ever since this video dropped, people have been making nothing but memes about this. They are not hating Dustin Poirier per se, but this is everywhere. Like it has gone now across the entire social media. This is not just limited to MMA. I've seen these memes and videos in spaces like football, basketball, comedy, movies, like everywhere. People are using these gifs and these videos, these images everywhere to explain any situation. And this was a good moment to show that he feels bad for his behavior. But some of the fighters explicitly, like Sean Strickland, are not taking very good of this. Sean Strickland went on an online rant disparaging this whole behavior, saying this bullshit, we all went through this, Dustin shouldn't apologize. Or he just mocked depression that led to this moment, because Dustin Poirier did say he was feeling bad days before this happened. He was very depressed, and that's what this Sean Strickland had problem with. Take a listen to this.
You guys, I know this is an unpopular opinion. You have the people saying like, oh, mental depression's a real thing, dude. No, it's not. No, it's not. Especially if you're like successful and you got a family and you're rich. Like, it's not a thing, dude. There are kids literally laying in bed dying of chemo right now.
So I do agree to some point that it does matter. Subjective morality is a thing, and maybe depression is a very complicated topic. There are people with worse things out there, but that does not discredit your pain. That can't take away your pain. You can't just say to somebody, oh, man the fuck up, there are people dying out there. I mean, your pain is still your pain, and people suffering depression know a lot about how they're felt. I mean, everybody is depressed nowadays, but it's just a level of depression. So for Sean Strickland to come out there and say this is all fake, like depression is not even real, there are people with bad predicament and worse situation than you could ever be. I mean, this is a bad statement in my opinion. Nobody knows what Dustin Poirier was feeling during those moments, what went through his head and what was he saying, what was he feeling. Nobody knows that. So it's a bold judgment on somebody's predicament to come out there and say something like this. And fans did not like stay silent. Some of the fans went right after Sean Strickland saying that, not even trying to be funny, but didn't you get upset at Theo podcast talking about your dad and childhood, about your own trauma? To which Sean Strickland replied, no, that's very different. Theo broke down a wall that I had built and reinforced for years. There are people that had still million times worse than me. Perspective is the key. I do agree with this. Perspective is the key. There are people out there that have got worse than you can imagine, but still, shutting down your feelings, especially shutting down somebody else's feelings, saying that man the fuck up, is very boomer kind of attitude, and I hate those fucking people, right? That's very prejudiced of you to go out there and tell somebody to just man the fuck up and not really listen to his problem. Of course, we all have to move on and man the fuck up and brace ourselves for bigger things. But shutting down somebody's feeling without even knowing what went through his head or what really went down is really prejudiced and very narcissistic, I must say. Some people are not taking kind of this behavior from Sean Strickland, including me. I don't think this was a good thing to say to Dustin Poirier, who even said that the part of the reason why he was this angry was because his father was homeless. There's more to the story, and people are already saying that this was you against Theo after Drake Duplessis made fun of you. Man shouldn't talk about his feeling and whatnot. Like, people didn't went silent. People, you know how things broke down on the internet. Strickland said, "I'm depressed for what? You're rich, loved by thousands." I get it. You are loved by thousands, but you could be loved by thousands, have millions of dollars, and still end up in a situation where you feel sad and depressed. Something bad could happen. You're not invincible. Problems are going to be there, and I keep seeing this fucking hashtag from Sean Strickland, everybody, and it's kind of crazy, man. Look, everywhere you go, this clip, this gif, this image is every fucking way. So this was a huge moment, but I didn't like the fact how Sean Strickland went out there and started kind of mocking Dustin Poirier and his situation, saying that there are worse things out there. I do agree, but this is not a good I would say, response, especially from a guy like Sean Strickland, who know what trauma is, who know what abuse is, who know what alcoholism is. Like, this was not a good thing to say. So that's my take. Hopefully Dustin Poirier recovers from this and goes out there and keeps on doing his thing, and hopefully Sean Strickland sees that he's wrong here, which he probably wouldn't. We shouldn't bet on that, but still, this is MMA. Crazier things are happening right now. We still haven't heard anything from Conor McGregor, by the way, and we are just 7 days away from one of the biggest fights of this year. So I'm gonna be tuned up. I'm gonna make more videos. Like and subscribe. See you guys again. Adios.